I'm shit.
I've often made the case that I think that if Marvin Gaye had just sung to his father wouldn't have shot him right in the fucking head. He's just so fucking good. Can you believe that a father would have a son that's this amazing and fucking shoot him and kill him?
I don't know what it was about. What was it about?
I don't know. And you know, that's the problem with a lot of this reporting. You often want to know how it happened. Like when Rihanna got hit, I wanted to know what she said, right? You know, when Marvin Gaye gets shot, I want to know what it's about. Like there's always a reason it happened, and the media never finds out, you know, what it is. And especially when it comes to like male female fights, what did she say? It doesn't mean that the guy's right, but what did she say?
You know, sometimes I'm sorry that I opened those cans of worms, though, because they really creep me out and they stay with me.
Which cans of worms?
You know, when I get into detail, into too much details of death and things like that, you know. What did James Dean say before he got in the car, you know, to the gas station attendant? It's creepy as shit, man.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about, but those details are everything. What do you mean, James Dean? So tell the story. I don't even know that story.
No, there's not a story. It's a point. You want details. Sometimes I'm sorry that I got the details that I asked for.
Well, go ahead and give me the James Dean details that you want.
It's that was an example that I it's no point there.
There is a point there. What's the gas station? What is a gas? What happened with James? What happened when James Dean?
It has nothing to do with fucking James Dean. It was an example.
How did James Dean die, and what did a gas station attendant have to do with it? I don't know the story at all.
I'm not fucking doing this. All right.
You don't know anything. You found out something about James Dean's death?
No.
Did he die at a gas station?
Curiosity for me. Sometimes I get too curious, and I'm sorry that I see a picture of
what
something.
Happened to James Dean, and what do you know about it?
Fuck you.
Did your father have something to do with James Dean's death? What did your father do, and when did he do it? That's a yes.
Why am I fucking trying to make you understand? You're the biggest piece of shit.
You know what happened to James Dean. You're not telling anybody. What happened to him? No, seriously, what did he get murdered? I have no idea.
No, he crashed a car. He wrecked his car.
What type of car?
I think it was a Corvette. Pretty sure it was a Corvette.
So a gas station guy was there and saw it or something? Like, why'd you mention that story?
For instance.
What do you mean, for instance? You found something out about the story and you were like, fuck this, I'm sorry, I wish I didn't know.
Okay. This bothered me.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about it. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. There is no James Dean story.
There has to be. You wouldn't have been bothered by James like you were about pronouns if it were.
I didn't want to bring up examples, so I used James Dean as an example because he's a non-example.
What the fuck does that even mean? Are you Kamala Harris?
If somebody knew what James Dean said to the gas station attendant before he drove away.
Oh, his final words?
It might be creepy. Final words are creepy to me.
Oh, I don't find them creepy. I find them amazing. Like, final words are great.
Do you understand what the fuck I'm saying?
I do, because
there is no James Dean.
I understand what you're saying now. What you're saying are those moments right before you die that you don't know you're going to die, and you just have that moment and it's captured. It's creepy to you because that person doesn't know what's getting ready to happen. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And that makes sense. Sometimes it's funny, though. I mean, funny in a fucked up way. Like there's a Civil War guy, like a politician or something that's on a hill that goes, they could never hit us from like it's the
Oh
Confederates
shit!
far away.
Wow,
Because they could never hit us from, and then that Ezra is
wow, that's cool.
he's too far
That's
away.
cool.
But I've there's a whole website dedicated to final words, last words, final words.
Yeah.
Some of them are really good. You know what I mean? Like some of them are not, but some of them are like fucking fantastic. Like
Would you like to know when you're dying in order to have a prepared sentence or whatever?
that's a great question theologically, philosophically. So if you know, here's the problem though. If you know when you're going to die, then you'll probably try to do things differently in order to change the outcome. Everyone's going to try to cheat the system, and then all of a sudden,
No. You get a notification on your phone that says in 60 seconds you're going to die. So make sure you say that shit that you want to say.
it wouldn't matter to me. Actually, I got to be honest. I say the things I want to say every day. I literally tell my children and my wife what I want and people that I care about. Like every episode we end, I always tell you I love you. I tell people I care about that I care about them, and I don't say it flippantly. I just know that this is not a forever journey. It's a fleeting moment on a rock heading through space and traveling at 17,000 miles, 17,200 miles an hour this way, that way, this or that way. It's infinity. At some point you just, what do you have to lose? Just fucking say what you want to say, do what you want to do, live the way you want to live, and be a good person. It doesn't matter. Like none of this matters. It really doesn't.
Yep. No doubt about it.
And I say that not in a, like a not like a way where an atheist would say it, or somebody who's a nihilist would say it. It does matter in the sense of doing the right things can send your multiverses of perpetuality in the right way. You want the positive energy going for you and everybody who comes behind you. So when I pray at night, I pray for my family that's here, for the people I love that are here, but I also pray for the perpetuity for all those that will never meet, to be able to benefit from the good decisions that we've made here, that I've made here, with God's wisdom, to be able to benefit everybody for perpetuity, and that those people will be able to actually spend time with us, in the kingdom of heaven beyond. So I pray for the decisions and the wisdom to be able to make good decisions for those I will never meet, to sort of guide that proper bloodline in the positive way. And that's something I do every day. I mean, at the end of the day, do I matter? No, don't fucking matter at all. I'm irrelevant. But it's fun, to have that irrelevance in a lot of ways, because, you are relevant to your bloodline, and your decisions do matter, to their souls, and, their chances of success, and, their experience here. But, I'm just a vessel for that. I guess in a way, kind of the way Jesus was. I guess that's the metaphor, right? Jesus was sort of a vessel so that we could all follow his lead. I guess at some point, we're all sort of the same thing for our offspring, and people will never meet, to sort of follow our lead and get where they want to go. What do you think about that? It's a little deep for a.
I think you kind of just had a moment there. I liked it. You put yourself in the same story as Jesus. I'm not sure if that's warranted.
Well, all of us should, in some regard. You got to actually, lay out. You in theory, we all are. That's why you take the Eucharist, and the whole theory is that we're all Jesus, right? But we're all flawed. He was better than us. We're supposed to be like him. we're supposed to be like him.
Right.
Now, if you read the actual Bible, it kind of stops there. You're not supposed to look up to priests. You're not supposed to have saints. So the Catholic Church has added layers between you and the Bible that don't actually exist in order to control you and make you, subservient, weak, stupid, ignorant, sort of like the government does, and the media. But in actuality, the connections between you and Jesus and you and God, that's the actual, in the Bible, there's no middleman. Jesus is your only middleman to God.
Right. Right.
But things have sort of changed and altered over time. But at the end of the day, that's kind of irrelevant too. You and I will be gone after your dog. No.
That dog's gonna be there a long time. What you made me forget. What are we